Hello and welcome back to my video. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the brand Glossier. Glossier is such a beautiful brand coming up from a person who dedicated her life into this brand, and I really like the concept of it. I really love about how incredible and chic this brand is. So I decided to read the book that talks about the beginnings of Glossier, and I've learned a couple of lessons from the founder and things that I want to let y'all know about starting a brand new makeup brand. A lot of people are interested in that, and I think that there's a couple of key elements that one must do to become an incredible brand. And I've learned a couple lessons from Emily. I'm going to talk more about her brand. Let's talk about it. So, number one is that Emily is not afraid to ask what she wants, what she needs. She be the type of person who'll be writing cold emails to a company, to an executive, to get what she wants. A good example that I read on the book was that she decided to cold call and a very prestigious, not cold call, but she decided to cold email a very prestigious makeup brand. And the purpose of that was she saw that they were hiring someone for a position that she also needed in her company. And what she did was she decided to do that cold email and ask them if they had any other resumes that they threw out, that if she could have them so she could hire her own team. And this is just to show the courage that she had, that anything that she wanted, she would ask for it. And that's something very important, because we often think that by us bothering someone, a company, a brand, a person, we think that we are being very annoying, and we don't want other people to think that we are bothering them. But she doesn't think that way. She just goes to the point. She has a very type A personality, and she just goes and gets what she wants, and she doesn't question it. So I think one of the reasons as to why we sometimes don't want to do something is because we're afraid of asking for help, and that can seriously hurt the chances of you becoming successful in any career path. So being afraid to ask for help is so important, especially in the early stages of your new endeavor. So number two is that she studied her idols. Her idols were Sarah Blakely, Angela Duckworth. She wrote the book Grit, and Bob Iger, who is the CEO of Disney, and Alexis Ohanian. So he is the co-founder of Reddit. So she studied all of her idols, and she decided to do that because she believes that by mimicking their style, she'll be able to be successful. This is quite important, especially in the early stages of your new endeavor or your new career, is thinking about how your idols did right after or right before, as they were doing something new in their career, and obviously they failed countless times, and that's why it's so important to study them so you don't give up, because you start noticing the path, and that's that most of these people will fail so many times before they get their big hit. And it's quite impressive to realize that even your idols have the courage to tell you exactly what they had to go through before they were able to have this level of success. So one of my favorite idols is definitely Sarah Blakely, and I've seen how persistent she was in the early stages of her career asking for help, and that's very important for Emily Weiss. I don't think I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but here we are. So that is quite impressive, especially coming from someone that, I mean, there's things about Emily that we didn't get to see, or that we typically don't see, and it's that she really went to a really prestigious high school growing up, so she had the kind of money. She was surrounded by a huge network, but let's remind ourselves that this is a privilege that she took advantage, and a lot of people in her position would have never had the opportunity, would have never thought of this as leverage for them. They wouldn't have this kind of success. So obviously take this with a grain of salt, because each individual has its own privileges. So don't think that you have the possibility of having the same opportunities as her because she grew up in a very a very privileged lifestyle, but don't let that discourage you from pursuing what you actually want, because it's part of life. There's sometimes where other people have more resources than others, but we just have to think about how we have also resources that we are not noticing, and how that is so important also to take, because other people might not have the same resources as you and they're still making it. So that's sad. Another thing that I've learned about her is that she doesn't see failure as most people do. A lot of people, they see something that didn't went pretty good or pretty well in their career, and they decide to quit, they decide to stop, they decide to change a career path. And for her, she sees a failure as a lesson. Every time she didn't do something well, she just changed the trajectory of Glossier. So Glossier is a makeup brand that all of us, who everyone who's obsessed with makeup, understands how impressive Glossier is. I have a couple of things. Well, I only have two things from Glossier, but is this is one of their products. This is a very, very popular product that she put in the market. And yeah, I really like it. Well, anyways, so there's things that I appreciate from her own lifestyle that I really wanted to talk more about, because, but the thing is, like I was saying, Glossier is very, very successful. The brand started as a regular blog. She would post things, and then from there she decided to make this makeup brand. And the way that she started was very, very unusual, especially in the early stages of a makeup brand, because she would write down her favorite products, makeup products, and then from there she expanded into other people, and that's how the brand became its own thing. I really, really love this brand, but I really also love how successful the founder has been in the trajectory of her career. So in her business, I really love it. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.